is nobody talking about Intracarbs? The reason why this is a next level hack is that it gives you extra energy in the gym to not only put more reps out, but also to lift heavier, which is going to result in more muscle gain and fat loss.
All right, so let's take a look at the science to see if this is true. Do intra-workout carbohydrates actually help you to lift more weight, burn more fat, and build more muscle during your training session?
Your muscle bellies are literally storage tanks for digested carbs. And when you eat carbs during your workout, those carbohydrates go straight to your muscle bellies.
Okay, so there's a few holes with this first point that I want to take a look at. According to the literature, muscle glycogen will be replenished within 24 hours regardless of when the carbohydrates are consumed. Okay, so we're going to take a look at this study. Muscle glycogen storage following prolonged exercise, effective timing of ingestion of high glycemic index food. All right, so I'll give you the synopsis. This study was done on trained cyclists training at 70% of their VO2 max for 2 hours. The athletes did this routine twice. So on the first occasion, they were fed 5 high glycemic index carbohydrate meals within that 24-hour period of finishing their training. And then the second occasion, they were fed the same 5 meals, but 2 hours after their training sessions. A muscle biopsy was done at 8 hours and 24 hours respectively, and there was no difference between muscle glycogen and glucose 6-phosphate in either trials. The body is going to replenish glycogen regardless of when the carbohydrates are consumed. Now, this process also takes a while. It's silly to think that the carbohydrates that you consume right then and there in your training session, while your blood flow is focused on the muscle tissue that you're training, is going to digest like that and metabolize and immediately shuttle into muscle glycogen. It doesn't quite work that fast. Okay, now I want to take a look at this study right here. Supplemental carbohydrate ingestion does not improve performance of high intensity resistance exercise. Here's what happened. There was a double-blind placebo-controlled study done on athletes training their squat to failure. So the control group received a placebo drink while the tested group received a drink similar to Gatorade, very high in sugar and electrolytes. What they found between the two groups is there was no significant difference between the groups in total sets, volume, or perceived performance. This study suggests that an athlete may not see that big of a difference from taking intra-workout carbohydrates. So now, who would benefit from taking intra-workout carbohydrates? People who have blood sugar issues, people who are training very, very long, hard, brutal sessions that are lasting 3 to 4 hours long. If you are a bodybuilder with super physiological amounts of muscle tissue, but for the average individual like me and you, probably not going to see much of a difference. But if you enjoy snacking on Sour Patch Kids while you're training, I don't see a problem with that. But let's not expect taking in sugar during your training session is going to help you build more muscle and perform better and burn fat faster. I think that's not in the literature.